morning, kids. Welcome to today's game, Subjectively Objective. The game that tests how well you can identify what is in front of you. Now, over the lockdown, I've been building an amazing sculpture, and I've put a lot of effort into this, and I think that it's beautiful. Now I'm going to reveal the sculpture to you. And we're going to be using this game to do it. You're going to be playing against Professor Atom. Professor Atom is playing along over video too, so say hello, Professor Atom.
Hello.
Now, Professor Atom is the world champion at this game, so it'll be really difficult, I'm sure, to beat him, but I think everything is fair. I mean, you're playing from home, he's playing from home, you both see the same object in front of you, you'll have the same amount of time, 10 seconds. You ready to play?
Yes, this is my favorite game to play. I'm ready.
All right. Man, I'm so excited to show you guys what I've done. You ready? All right.
Oh, it's so easy.
10 seconds on the clock. All right, time's up. It looks like Professor Atom was really confident about his answer, probably because I'm such a skilled artist. How about you guys?
Yeah, probably.
All right, well, Professor Atom, can you please tell us what your guess was?
Well, it is definitely a green emoji face with a gold sparkly beard and a red cowboy hat.
Correct. Now, how about you kids? Sorry, hold on just a second. I got a call coming in.
Hi, Pastor Adam. I don't think that the game was very fair.
What do you mean? I mean, Professor Atom and you both had the same amount of time. You had the same object, so what's not fair about that?
Well, I just think that maybe Professor Atom had a different perspective and it was easier for him.
Perspective?
Yeah, you know, perspective. The way you see things. We are watching from a certain perspective, but he's seeing it from a different perspective.
You know, maybe you are right. Sometimes we forget that people don't see things from our perspective. Let me see if I can help you out. What if I turn the sculpture the same way that Professor Atom saw it?
There it is. It's so clear now. Now I can see it.
What? Yeah, now that just looks like a bunch of junk glued on sticks. What is that? Is that a chicken or...
You know, I see what you're saying. Maybe it's important to think about how other people see things when we play games with them or talk to them. Thanks for playing, guys.
Thanks, Pastor Adam. I mean, I still won, right? I'm still the champion.
Thanks for seeing things from my perspective and helping me see it the right way. Bye. Bye.
Bye. You know, that makes me think about Paul and how he traveled to so many different places sharing the story of Jesus. I mean, sometimes it's hard to talk about Jesus with people who have no clue who he is. Now, there's this story in Acts 17, and it's really cool. It goes like this. Now, Paul was in Athens, and he walked around the city, and he was very upset to see that the city was full of statues of false gods or idols. So he went to the synagogue, and there he talked with Jews and Greeks who worshiped God. And each day he spoke with anyone who happened to be in the marketplace. Well, a group of people began to argue with him, and some of them asked him, "What is this guy talking about?" And others said, "It seems to be that he's telling us about gods that we've never heard of."
What?
They said this because Paul was preaching the good news about Jesus. He was telling them that Jesus had risen from the dead. So they wanted to know more about that. So they took him to the meeting place where people gathered to talk about ideas and religion. And there they said to him, "What is this new teaching that you're giving us? You have some strange ideas that we've never heard of, and we would like to know what they mean." Now, all the people in Athens spent their time talking about and listening to the latest ideas. And people from other lands who lived there, they did the same thing. So Paul stood up in the meeting place and he said, "People of Athens, I see that you are very religious in every way. I mean, as I walked around, I looked carefully at the things you worship. I even found an altar that was labeled to an unknown God. You worship, but you don't even know who or what you are worshiping. Now, I'm going to tell you about this unknown God, the God that you do not know. He is the God who made the world. He also made everything in it. He is the Lord of heaven and earth, and he doesn't live in temples built by human hands. He is not served by human hands either. He doesn't need anything. Instead, he himself gives life and breath to all people. He also gives them everything else that they have. From one man, he made all the people of the world, and now they live all over the earth. He decided exactly when they should live, and he decided exactly where they should live. God did this so that people would seek him, and perhaps they would reach out for him and find him. They would find him even though he is not far from any of us. Yes, we are God's children. So we shouldn't think that God is made out of gold or silver or stone. He isn't a statue planned and made by a clever people or artist. In the past, God didn't judge people for what they didn't know, but now he commands all people everywhere to turn away from their sins. He has set a day when he will judge the world fairly. He has appointed a man to be its judge, and God has proved this to everyone by raising that man from the dead. Now they heard Paul talk about the dead being raised, and some of them, they made fun of this idea. But others, they said, we want to hear you speak about this again.
Whoa.
Wow.
See, the people in Athens, they were religious, but they didn't know God. And knowing God personally through Jesus Christ radically changed Paul's perspective. And now he was helping the Athenians to see things clearly too. He walked with them, he talked with them, and he understood their perspective and was able to talk to them. And some of them thought he was crazy, but some believed and followed Jesus. The people from Athens, they didn't know God, and God used Paul to help them see more clearly. Now, you can help others know God too, and it requires faith and it requires grace. But God does incredible things when you follow him. Well, that's all the time I have today. Now, why don't you get on and check out the other videos from today's lesson and have a great week. Bye.
I think it was like a space station.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was like some sort of space station with a chicken that's playing soccer. No, wait, I think it's playground. Yeah, playground. It's good.